The certification was created because we found that people came to us and they had the wrong idea on what GitOps is or the problems that they are going to find when they adopt Argo CD. So we're saying to people, hey, if you adopt GitOps and Argo CD in a really big scale, you will face this problem, this problem, and this problem. And they didn't know what we were talking about. So we said, okay, let's train people first. Let's help them understand what is GitOps, and then they can understand by themselves what are all the issues and what are all the problems. And instead of writing just blog posts and saying, hey, this is a problem, this is a solution, we said, let's make it interactive. So the big point of the certification is that is actually uh, a combination of theory where you read for a problem just with text, and then you actually have a lab, like a real lab, where you get in your browser, in your tab, a real Kubernetes cluster with a real Argo CD instance, as real as it
with
gets.
zero effort,
right?
Yeah, with
zero
zero effort. There
All
is
you
nothing
need is
to install in your laptop. There is nothing to do. You can have a very old laptop that cannot even run Kubernetes on its own. It doesn't really matter. It's all in your browser. We use a cloud provider for this. And this environment is created just for you, okay? It's just for you while you're running the exercise. It's not shared. You're not sharing this environment with other students. So you can, go play around, do whatever you want, destroy it, recreate it. That's perfectly fine. And after you finish the exercise, it is also discarded. And the three courses that Vital is talking about, we released them in sequence. I think the first one was in 2022. And then the second one was in 2024, I think. And the last one was released in KubeCon Salt Lake last year. Essentially, they cover all the, let's say, levels like beginner, intermediate, advanced. So if you go to the beginner level, you will see simple stuff like how to sync applications, how to choose sync policies, how self-heal works. Then for intermediate level, we have lessons like how do you organize your GitOps applications, how you combine your manifest. And then the last one is enterprise stuff, and it has some really interesting labs like how to migrate applications between Argo CD instances with no downtime, a very popular subject. And coming back, to the discussion, essentially this also serves as a way for us to explain not only what GitOps is, but also what are the underlying problems that you will face once you adopt a GitOps, and also the mentality that you should have once you adopt GitOps, because you need to switch, from this traditional world. I run a command or a Jenkins job or a GitLab pipeline and it creates something for me. And you go to the other way around. I have an agent in my cluster, in our case, Argo CD, and I tell it what to do. And then I sit back and I wait, and I wait to verify if things are okay or not. And you can pick individual courses, like you can skip the first one if you want. The courses are actually created in a way that you can skip like the whole course if you want. You can just go straight to the questions, and if you know the answers, you can answer them right away and get your certificate and your Credly badge. So we don't, force you to stay, and do everything one by one. This was a major decision. You can just look at the topics and then say, okay, I know this, I'm going to skip it. Oh, this looks very interesting, I'm going to do it. And people actually do this, like they choose only what they want to see.